Welcome, Opulence Nation, and all members and guests. Um, I am hosting today's call. My name is Fenelin. I'm a lifestyle advisor from the Philippines, and I'm excited and honored to welcome you all as your host for today. It's my pleasure to introduce to you our speaker who will share her expertise with all of us on today's call. So, um, Sanaz Human, in her late 20s, made a pivotal decision to venture into the direct sales industry. With the strong work ethic, determination, and unparalleled skills, she rose to become a top producer, quickly gaining recognition for her exceptional performance. Her influence and impact in the direct sales marketing field have earned her widespread recognition, and she was honored as the Luxury Designer of the Year by Viva International and celebrated in the esteemed Oprah Winfrey magazine and much more. At Opulence Global, Sinaz oversees distribution, manufacturing, and international negotiations and all global operations. Her ability to inspire others in the health, beauty, and fashion sectors is nothing short of remarkable. Sinaz takes great pride in mentoring entrepreneurs. Her visionary approach and mentorship have empowered countless individuals to achieve their own success stories. As a trailblazer in the industry, Sanaz Human continues to set new benchmarks and inspires others to strive for greatness. Her unwavering dedication, unmatched talents, and relentless pursuit of excellence make her a true icon in the world of business and entrepreneurship. Wow, that was crazy impressive. And yeah, it's my great pleasure to welcome you all to our speaker for today, our very own SVP, Sanaz Human. The call is yours.
Amazing. Thank you so much. It's so nice to see you. I remember when we had a chance to see each other in the Philippines, and it was about rising you up and taking you to the next level. And here you are being our super host and, stepping up. And let me tell you, you are going to evolve to go to the next level, darling. So, welcome as our amazing host. I look forward to seeing you shine. I look forward to seeing you grow. Again, that's what this business is about. It's about stepping out of your comfort zone. You were amazing. And I want to congratulate you. We're going to get the call started. I know my partner in crime just joined us as well. David O is on the call as well. And again, he's no stranger to any of us. You want to do his introduction and we'll get the call rocking.
Absolutely. I'd be happy to welcome David. David handles the regulatory affairs at Opulence Global. From his science and pharmaceutical background, David recognized the incredible value of Fairy Flawless as a world-class product that delivers on its promise of anti-aging. His enthusiasm continued with the Fountain of Life, which is the most powerful antioxidant from nature, and the future development in the Safe Home Revolution collection. David is honored to be a part of this incredible journey as Opulence Global changes the lives of people. David, welcome to this call. And yeah, I'm really glad to be hosting it with you. The floor is yours, or the call is yours. Go ahead, take it away.
Thank you so much, darling.
Okay.
Appreciate it again. And I want to say a good night, a good morning, good afternoon, everybody. David, I'm glad you are alive from your mountain
Oh,
skiing thing, whatever you were doing.
oh yeah, I had to go into the mountains last week. I couldn't. I was up on top of a couple of mountains. It was great. It was
Nice.
great. It was cold. It was nice. So there's tons of snow. So it was a nice sort of thing. I haven't done that in years, and believe me, I felt it for the first day, but second day it was fantastic. So I
Lots of
can't thank
FOL
everyone
in the
enough for their
mind.
patience. Oh, it was great, beautiful, nice.
Amazing. Well, we had a lot of great conversation with Nurse Jasmine. She took us through amazing, amazing, opportunity for the divine.
Good.
And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I want to start and kick off the call with a powerful tool that David has been, instrumental in writing and creating for each and every single one of you. And of course, we try to get all of you to just become a portal of information, but not an actual scientist, as we call it ourselves, because when your business becomes too complicated to explain, then people feel like they can't do what you're doing. And the rule in business is keep it simple, right? So do you guys all know the KISS theory? Does everybody know the KISS theory? Some
Yes.
people call it, David. Okay, what does the KISS theory
Kiss,
stand for?
keep it simple.
Yes, keep it simple.
Okay.
And keep it simple and simplified. And one of the things that we try to do is we try to give you new tools that is going to help you in doing so. Let me share with you guys all the brand new Safe Home Revolution booklet that we basically have put out, and the website. Okay, so number one, I want to just pull this up for all of you. And when you go to our Opulence page right now, everyone knows we have our beautiful fashion. And then we have a new Safe Home Revolution button. Have you guys all seen this? Can you guys all see my screen? Are you loving the new website and the new material and content? Now, when you click on Safe Home Revolution, you are entering a whole portal that, David, his team has been working endlessly on to basically create for each and every single one of you. So I'm going to load it up. You can see it's brand new photography. It's got all of the Safe Home Revolution in there. It's got all of the amazing active ingredients. Now, if you're brand new, if you're a guest, what's really important to understand is that our logic is to create everything from nature. So that means plant-based, fruit-based, so anything nature-based. And then we try to perfect it with science. So created by nature, perfected by science is what the slogan was that we started for Fairy Flawless. But we've tried to continue that same pursuit of using clean, amazing active ingredients that are safe for you and your family, and that is why we call it the Safe Home Revolution. So when you basically enter, it says we've teamed up with revolutionary scientists to help develop a product line that will deliver health, safety, and optimal results without having to compromise the quality and integrity of the ingredients. Our mission is to provide you with scientific-based, medical-grade, safe take-home products that covers your daily essentials. And this is something that, our CEO has been instrumental in trying to teach all of you cost transition. Now, cost transition is so important because every day you should be using, these products, your shampoo, your conditioner, your toothpaste, your mouthwash, your body lotion, your skincare, all of the ingredients, your supplements. So why not use what's already on your mall? And then, of course, you have incredible products. So that's the first part. Then we talk a little bit about the Safe Home Revolution and our concept. If you don't know, if it exists, make it better. If it doesn't exist, create it. So once again, I want to reiterate, we're not out there just taking another product off the shelf, off the market. We are actually going out there, creating our own products. We are manufacturing, formulations that are just not in the market or don't exist. Just realize how much blush I got on my face just there. So again, these are things that I want, David, I want you to reiterate on this because, when I started working with you, I really didn't understand what that meant. I didn't understand what that sort of the no ingredient list was. I didn't understand how important it is to use products that had no synthetics and fillers and parabens and all this type of chemicals that were created in our personal care products that we use every single day. So talk to me about the importance of the safe home revolution, because then I want to get into the nitty gritty of it a little bit with you. And we want to talk about some incredible formulations that we have. And then I got a little goodie surprise for everyone.
Yeah, I think everyone should understand that, the safe home revolution idea is it's really a broad topic on something that's it's a moving target. It changes constantly, so we're always having to update that. We're always having to review the list of ingredients that are allowed. Like every country has a different view of what they consider quote unquote safe or products that they don't like. And because we're an international brand and an international company, we have to comply with everybody. Like we just can't say, oh, well, we're good for Canada, therefore too bad the rest of the world. We don't leave everyone on the outside looking in. So we're constantly under review. And does it create a lot of stress? Yes, it does. It creates a lot of anxiety because what is good today is sometimes not good. The whole standards of the cosmetic industry is shifting widely in the United States and Canada as we speak. And I'm waiting for that next shoe to drop, to be honest with you, because it's not going to be done. It's going to put a lot of companies out of business who aren't ready for this. So we, are ready. So I just want to reassure you because I've reviewed this already myself, or else I would have said something to everyone. But we're okay as a company. It's just that there's a lot of companies who are not prepared for this. For the
What
next
does that
stage.
mean, David? Can you explain what that means?
Well, right now they're tightening up the standards at which we have to have everything made. We make everything in a GMP factory, but there's a lot of places that don't. There are a lot of places that do not meet GMP requirements, and they're just going ahead. They're making product, and GMP means good manufacturing processes, and that sounds really simple, but it is a complex animal, and it is up to all factories now in cosmetics have to meet pharmaceutical standards. This is not a question of us, just making FOL to pharmaceutical standards. We're talking about everything done to do in the safe home revolution is going to be at a pharmaceutical standard now. That's mandated by Health Canada and the FDA in the United States, and I guarantee you around the world, this is exactly what they're looking at. So when we talking about perfecting it by science, the science is really the standard by which we have to meet on a daily basis in order to even just think about selling the product. It's very, very important. That means that you have the best quality products. You also have a safe product that is consistent. So the product you get today and the product you get in 3 months to 8 months to a year to 2 years will be exactly the same. And it's all quantifiable and it's all traceable. So we know exactly what's gone into it. But GMP, believe me, is something that a lot of companies are not following. And that's going to change. But the factories we do use are GMP certified.
You know, David, one thing that the best way that I was trying to explain this to our team, and I actually pull it up on screen. By the way, this is under our Safe Home Revolution. So if you want to read it over, if you want to share this with someone, you can. But here's what I'm going to share with you. What David is saying is that every part of the world is really cracking down on the manufacturing processes because there's a lot of people that are making a lot of products out of their home. There's a lot of products that are being, self-brewed and self-grinded, and the quality management just is not there. Number one, we are doing a very, very defined, strict process control. How everything is filled, the validation, the certification, the documentation, the sign-offs, the premises and the equipment that we're using state-of-the-art technology to make sure that we're having properly calibrated equipment. For example, when we are filling our fountain of life, to make sure that the levels are the same, to make sure that there's no debris, to make sure that the chambers are in secure room. It's It's, you know how those people that don't actually eat in restaurants because they say I will never eat in a restaurant because there's always mice in restaurants. Well, there's a lot of these filling factories that have no control, and you actually don't know what animals or rodents or bacteria or dust or whatever lives in them. Just so you understand, GMP factories have very, very, very strict chambers, whether they're filling capsules or if they're dust controlled. Everyone's hairs are pulled back in nets. They're wearing masks. They're wearing white capes. They're wearing gloves. Nothing it comes in human contact. No one's breathing on anything. These are all things that make a GMP factory very strict. Also, you have to be qualified to work in these factories. You can't just be that minimum wage people that are just coming in, and not that minimum wage is a bad thing, but these people are specifically trained to perform these duties and their tasks. This is what they went to either school for, or they went through a training process in order to be able to do that. And then, of course, there's the documentation and record keeping, what we call a certificate of analysis, David, that I think is so important. And when it comes to export, like you said, being a global business, we're shipping to so many countries. Every different country sings a different song. Every single person wants a different documentation. And guess what? Opulence Global is very, very strong in manufacturing the best areas, in the best factories, in the highest quality factories. And we are constantly upgrading ourselves. And you know what I said to our CEO the other day? I said, the next 10 years, my plan is for us to have our own manufacturing GMP plant. And that is something that I want to do, have in-house product development, have our scientific team in-house, and to be able to manufacture. Because already we're hiring teams and great doctors and formulators. And you know what, David? It's about taking it to the next level. So we don't just stop there. Then we have our opulent no-no list, and I'll let you add to your part as well.
Well, when you make that factory, call me because I know all about it.
I know, of course,
Believe me, I know every inch of that process, and it gives me sleepless nights, to be honest with you. But it is quite the process it's unbelievable. Anyways, the no-no list has been around, and it's sort of funny. I was reading something today about an ingredient, and on it said, no dioxane in it. And someone asked me, what the heck does that mean? And I explained it to them that SLS and had found 1,4-dioxane, which is a carcinogen, in it years ago, and they had to make sure that it doesn't have that in there. Now, the no list is a list of products that really, we're trying to avoid, and of course, animal products are byproducts, and we're trying to make the products cruelty free, and that makes a lot of sense in this day and age. Arginine, it's not necessarily the best amino acid out there for skincare. It could sort of backfire. Artificial flavors, well, hypersensitivity really is caused by a lot of flavors and fragrances. That's a real problem. And in the European Union, we have to list it. In Canada and the United States, we don't. We just have to say fragrance. But in the European Union, we demand that colorants, dyes. Sort of interesting. We're going to find out eventually because Health Canada and the FDA have two different interpretations of red dye. And we'll find out soon enough who is right and who is wrong about that. And one dye is approved in Canada, another is approved in the US. So we'll see eventually. And maybe statistically that'll bear out. I'm not sure. The DEA is something that, and TEA are two ingredients that are known to be carcinogenic. And that's why they're telling everyone not to use it. Formaldehyde, well, it's a preservative, but we want to make sure that we don't have any formaldehyde in it. Mineral oil is something that it's used in the massage industry. So if you're getting a massage and you should ask them, what the heck are they using on you? Because a lot of times they go with mineral oil because it's cheap, but it does increase your risk of skin cancer. Parabens, they found out it's sort of funny. Parabens have a history of being not very effective as a preservative, and yet companies use them. And then they discovered that parabens were discovered in breast cancer tissue. So what does that mean? It means that there is a possibility of it. I'm not going to pair the two, but there's some sort of correlation there that smarter people than myself can tell you about. But there is a risk to this that they're not really 100% sure, so they're trying to avoid it. Petrolatum, yeah, increased cancer. Phthalates, there's all sorts of issues with this, and that's why they're trying to move it, from fertility to breast cancer to asthma, ADHD that can be connected to it. These ingredients that we take for granted as being safe, we have to be very careful of this. When we take a look at things like our sunscreens right now, take a good look at them. And if you're using a chemical sunscreen, you should really take a look. If you're not using zinc oxide as your sunscreen, take a look at what you're really using, look it up, and ask yourself, is your health worth it? Is your children's health worth it? Because I've talked to some leading scientists in the world, and they've deemed that our sunscreens are not safe. Yet they're on the market, they're in our drugstores, and they're sold on a daily basis. So take a good look. Make sure it's zinc oxide. And for those in the Caribbean, will appreciate it because these chemicals bleach our reefs. The zinc oxide is safe. It's reef safe, and so that's why.
David,
What's
I
that?
want to add something. I want to add something to that. When I actually went to Hawaii,
Yeah.
I was devastated to find out not only does it bleach the reefs, but it was causing a lot of tumors in the turtles in the water.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was in Hawaii, they actually made everybody take a shower by the beach. They set up actual
Yeah.
showers, and they gave you, soaps, and they said you got to wash up everything you have on your body before you can enter into the ocean. And the people that didn't want to go in without sunscreen, they refused them entry into the ocean because they said the coral was breaking apart, the turtles were developing tumors, and it was just so heartbreaking to see,
Yeah.
that the chemicals that were what the chemicals are doing in large doses to the coral and to the fish and to the turtles. And then imagine what they're doing to our bodies and the heat and the sun that is, and the sunscreens or the sunblocks are supposed to protect us, but they're just absolutely loaded with just chemicals that we're putting on our body. So that was really an eye awakening and very, very scary moment for me.
Well, those people that go on cruise ships to really take a good look at themselves when they go, because cruise ships are altering our seas a lot because they're dumping chemicals in them. If you think about how many people go on a cruise ship and they all take showers before dinner and everything, and they got these sunscreens on themselves all day, and then they take a shower and that's washed into the ocean. It's killing our oceans, and people don't realize that. They're being very innocent to that, but if they're aware of it, they shouldn't be using a chemical sunscreen on their bodies, because you can think 1,000 people taking a shower goes right into the ocean every day on they're on that cruise is destroying our oceans. And you think of how many cruise ships you see. So cruise ships are a big problem right now. And although I love cruising, I'll be the first person to say I enjoy the cruise. I'm very cognizant of the problems that can otherwise happen. And I think that, we can educate the world because we do have products that are safe. We have products that are not going to affect the oceans and everything like that. We'll go on to SLES. SLES is sodium lauryl ether sulfate. It is incredibly irritating, this stuff. I work with it and it'll dry out your hands in a nanosecond and it'll make your 20-year-old hands look like it's 80 years old. Same with SLS. For a long time, SLS had controversies over 1,4-dioxane in it, and that's a carcinogen, and they've proven that it doesn't, but it is something that they're very aware of. Synthetic dyes, well, could contain heavy metals that are toxic, talc, lung cancer. Really aware because these fine particles can get in. Triclosan is very harmful to the immune system. They finally stopped using triclosan. Triclosan was used commonly in a lot of products, and the lobby was so strong for them we couldn't do anything really about that with different types of preservatives. And finally, they got rid of it. And TEA, which I mentioned before, can be very toxic in the body and causes allergic reactions. And you know, it is carcinogenic. So, and TEA has been used a lot as a pH adjuster in formulations. And what I mean by that is that when they're creating products, our natural pH in our skin is between 4.2 and probably 5.6, which means it's slightly acidic. And so there's a lot of products that have a very low, it comes out very low in terms of the pH, and it's too strong for our skin. And so they adjust the pH to make it more skin safe, and they use products like TEA to do so. That's fine, except that it is carcinogenic, and we have to be aware of that. So there are safer ways of doing this, and they've got other products to do it, so we could avoid using that.
David, I think there's a lot of people on it. I see it. Sandra is writing it as well. I have severe contact dermatitis and can talk about many of these ingredients here. Thank you so much for talking about this. I've been silently hoping that there would be more explanation of these ingredients, preservative fragrances, formaldehydes. Yikes. Yeah, unfortunately, there is a lot of people. By the way, these were some of the reasons that we took all of this into consideration. We know that a lot of people are experiencing allergies and they don't know what it is that they're experiencing it from. And it could be something as simple as a lotion or a cream or a sunscreen or something that they think is actually good for them. And look at all the different things that it's doing for people. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is part of your Safe Home Revolution. It is now available on the website. By the way, as you all know, we have a brand new brochure. I have it on my hand. Have you guys seen this gorgeous beauty? This was all beautifully, meticulously written by David. And then, of course, our marketing team has put it together. What you're seeing here on the web is now in a print format as well. And here are your new tabs. You guys ready for this? So explore the products. Now you have Fountain of Life. You got your Divine. You got your Fairy Flawless. You have your Micro Silver collection. And then, of course, you have the amazing Luxury Posh and Posh Captive and Sensual. And here's the cool thing. If you click on Shop Now, you can make a purchase. If you want to learn more, all you got to do is click Learn More. And then automatically it is going to open. And here you can basically copy paste it once you put your own URL into it, and you actually can share each product for your customers. So every page has its own beautiful landing page. You can see that's basically the beautiful logo of Divine. We're right now in the pre-order, and you can see all of the very, very cool things that we actually have as a part of our ingredient list. By the way, we are going to list another two other new non-active ingredients in there as well. And for the Divine, but we know there's a lot of benefits to Divine. We have the maritime pine bark extract, the glutathione, the vitamin C, grapeseed extract, vitamin D, zinc. It is definitely a vegan product. So Renee actually sent us a message today and said, oh, can you talk to me a little bit about the capsule? By the way, do you guys see the beauty and the grace of those capsules and how gorgeous they are? David, I love the color. And these are like 00 capsules, so super easy to take. They don't have that nasty smell that I don't like in vitamins, because most vitamins, they have this weird smell to it that you're like, I don't want to take it. It actually has got a beautiful, beautiful smell. You can't taste anything. And it's because we spend money on the capsulation process. And so do we want to talk a little bit about that today, David?
About the capsule? Well, the
Yeah.
capsule, well, it's part of the, as innocuous as it might seem, that capsule becomes a really important part of the delivery system. Without this type of capsule, what happens is that our gut, our stomach is a very harsh environment. The rugae is very, it tears things up naturally because of the musculature, but it secretes hydrochloric acid in there. and the acid itself will cause a breakdown of a lot of our nutrients. And then we go into the where is it, duodenum at that point. And again, it goes through, there's proteases, everything in that area, and it starts breaking down everything. And if we do not have a good capsule or proper capsule technology, the nutrients never get there. It's destroyed before it has a chance to be absorbed by our body, because where is it absorbed? It's absorbed in, in the ileum and jejunum of our system. So we're taking or jejunum and ileum, sorry, got it backwards. But what's happening is that we have to be able to absorb it. And so if it's already destroyed and digested, it will not be, there's nothing to absorb. So that capsule protects it until it gets to our small intestine to where it's absorbed. Really, really important for everyone to understand how important that is, because that's the problem with a lot of glutathione supplements. Although we need it, it's a master antioxidant, does so many wonderful things to it for us. If it doesn't get to the small intestine intact, it is not of any use to us. So glutathione is delivered properly. The maritime pine bark extract is, grapeseed extract. The vitamins are all delivered properly so it can be absorbed by the small intestine. And so, and this is really nicely done. My kudos to the marketing team, because, you can write about certain things, but, graphically, I think they do an outstanding job. I have nothing to do with that. I like to say I have the skill to do it. I really don't. Like, I mean, heck, I don't think I even draw any of these lines. I think that they try and make it as easy as possible for people to understand exactly what they have and the value of the product there. And I think you should be excited. This is an interesting product, because along with Fountain of Life, it creates a real strong 1-2 punch in you as a dietary supplement. One opens up our arteries and boosts our immune system. And I use that word boost very carefully. Maybe it balances our immune system is a better way of looking at it. But at the same time, we want something like that in our day and age. We do need it, but then Fountain of Life was able to reduce the oxidative stress in our bodies. So important in the long term. I think we've got an interesting combination of products, and so I'm looking forward to it. I haven't tried it yet. I am gonna get some Divine, and I want to put it into my diet and see, you know, how much I change. See if I look better.
It's gonna be amazing. As everyone is aware of, right now we are in the pre-order process. We're going to be releasing this incredible product. Again, we have a promotion right now. When you buy 6 of the bottles, you are going to get one for free. Once, by the way, the pre-orders are done, that promotion will be off the table. I also want to talk about one more thing, which is the capsule, which David talked about, and we've sort of put it over here as well for all of you. If you haven't read up on it as well, to ensure the valuable dietary ingredients are absorbed by your gut, we have put an enteric coated advanced capsule technology to be able to release it properly into once in the small intestine. The other thing as well that we're some people were asking, that I do want to address, that Renee asked me to talk about a little bit tonight, was what is the ingredient of the capsule? What's the capsule made from? And you guys ready for this? The capsule is actually made from brown rice flour. So it is actually very, very good for you to take this. Brown rice flour is loaded with fibers, proteins, carbohydrates, minerals of magnesium, copper. Its nutritional component is great for the nutrition. And I mean, they're in such small doses, but it is just another add-on to such a powerful, powerful product. And of course, this is also brown rice is also helps to control blood sugar levels. So for those that are wondering if, if you are diabetic or, if this is going to affect you in any way, all these ingredients are just so good for you. And then what we wrap the capsule in, which is the brown rice flour, is another addition to the incredible product as well. So I want you guys to really understand the depth that we go into when it comes to this incredible, incredible product, for you to understand the amount of research, time, love, passion that we put into this. It's not just another product that's created. It's not just another, supplement, if you want to call it. There is a lot of work and effort that goes into it. And David, I really wanted to kind of talk about that because, a lot of times people create great products and then they make such a big mistake of what they put it inside of. And this was really, really important for everyone to understand how meticulous we are in the development of everything that we make. Got the hiccups.
Yeah, I think that's a real important factor. And I'm glad that that happened because one of the failures I've seen is the fact that they come up with a great product and it's never utilized properly by the body. And what's the end result? The end result is a great product that people just simply can't use. And why can't they use it? Because it doesn't work. And why doesn't it work? It's because the delivery system was not up to par, and they didn't realize, and I don't know why, because they have very smart people working there to make the product, number one, but it's just simple science. It is really simple science, and the fact that in an oversight, if they don't have a delivery system that works, it's going to create a problem. So, yeah, this is good.
For a minute. So I do want to actually ask you a couple questions in this regards as well. So is it so there's a bunch of questions for Divine and FOL, and I want to make sure that we basically are fixing those up. So the first question, is it safe to take water soluble vitamin C and a fat soluble vitamin D in the same supplement?
Oh yeah, absolutely. They react differently, of course. One is, but yeah, they're perfectly fine. You know, otherwise they recommend not eating certain products. Don't drink milk with well, I guess with oranges, but yeah, there's no issues whatsoever. Okay, there's nothing.
And I think, David, when it came to the formulation of this product, we, of course, we're going for the NPN2 for this. There was quite a bit of testing, and we had 3 PhD doctors, by the way, that have worked on this formulation. We wanted to make sure that the combination of the ingredients and the combination of so many amazing, powerful ingredients, like your vitamin Ds, like your vitamin Cs, the grapeseed extract, we're going to be able to properly blend together to be able to combine and go into your immune system and really, really give you the benefits of the results. So I think we took all of the combination of the ingredients as well of what we are putting into Divine and collagen together, because collagen will be another amazing product that we're going to be adding on. So I want you guys to understand that for everyone that's on this call, or if you're a brand new customer, one product is not supposed to do the one product is supposed to do, amazing things for your immune system. But combined together, for example, the Fountain of Life combined with Divine makes your immune system in very powerful in a different way. Now you may ask, okay, how? So we're going to get into a lot more of those details, how each product helps you, but how combined they help you. You see, there's different types of antioxidants in the world. And at the end of the day, David has explained this for the past 6 years. We've been saying it over and over. Your bodies, and Nurse Jasmine talked about this last week as well. Our bodies are constantly being bombarded by free radicals. Whether you like it or not, you are constantly under attack every single day. It's the food, it's the water, it's the air we breathe, it's your Wi-Fi and your phone. So you naturally have to supplement your body. You naturally have to take care of your body. Whether you like it or not, our immune systems are not what they used to be. Our foods are not what they used to be. Our air, our ozone layer is not what it used to be. You know those airplanes that are flying in the air and they make all those chemical streaks in the sky and the kids think they're the coolest thing? Those are chemical streaks. Who breathes that in? We do, our children. Why? Okay. And you guys all have an emoji at the bottom of your screen. Okay, everyone knows where your emojis are. Everyone knows where your emojis are on the bottom. As a show of hands, or you can type it into your message box. As a show of hands, how many of you today know of someone who has experienced some sort of cancer? Either give me an emoji or say yes. Don't say no. The ones that have a yes. I just want to get a feedback. How many of you know of someone either in your family or around you that is suffering from cancer? And would you all agree 20 years ago, that did not exist? 20 years ago, we used to know someone that knew someone that knew someone that knew someone in another family that had cancer. Cancer is taking over our world. Everyone is suffering from some sort of cancer, right? Because it's just a mutation of cells. So why? Because our foods have changed. Our processing has changed. Our oceans have changed, like David was saying. You know, before, if there was 100 cruises, now it's 1,000 cruises that are going into our oceans. Guess what? They're now making foods in ways that we could have never even fathomed. They're making food in labs. They're not made from water. They're not made from soil. They're not made in any of those ways. Yeah, GMO. They're genetically modified. You're absolutely right. But this is a world that we live in. We can't run away from it. So how do you protect yourself? Make sure you read labels. Make sure you're using products that are part of your safe home revolution. Make sure you are loud. Make sure you are talking with pride about what you carry as your ingredients. Make sure you use your own products. Today, I saw someone in our building that I had not seen. It's one of the lawyers in our building. And I bumped into him and he says, I see you through my window every time you get in and out of the car. What the heck have you done, girl? You look 20 years younger. And I said, our product. He said, oh, those drops. He says, those drops. I said, yes, those drops and many other things. But you got to be a product of the product. All right, let's continue. Yeah, you're right. There is no such thing as real food anymore. I know our foods are just dissipating. It's so sad. But look, we cannot get sad. We cannot give up. We got to keep on fighting, right? You got to educate yourself. You got to have knowledge is what? What do I always say? Knowledge is power. The more knowledge you have, the more power you have. The more knowledge you have, the more power you can give to your products. So what part of the day is it best to take divine? Does the grapeseed extract make you more awake, taking you to awake? And should you avoid taking it late in the day? So I have my own answer for that. I'll let David answer and then I'll tell you what I've heard.
Yeah, I don't think it would make a difference, because grapeseed extract is a procyanidins, and it's part of our something that we need in terms of a nutrient. So it's not going to keep us necessarily awake. If anything, that's going to be a more of an impact psychologically. If you take it and you believe that it's going to happen, it can't do that. From all indications, I don't think that's going to happen. So. But I think that you're going to start seeing like the way that the grapeseed extract and actually the French maritime bark extract work together. They're very similar in terms of its impact. And really, the one thing I do know is that it's going to open up our vascular system. So I thought that was sort of interesting to see that its impact is probably a lot faster, let's say, than Fountain of Life, but it will open up our vascular system. So anyone with cardiovascular issues should consider taking this. So it's really important. The thing is that it will help, improve our blood circulation, and that's part of the claims that we see. So I think that it's really important. And then when you combine that with Fountain of Life, I was taking a look. There's some synergy there because at the same time, we take a look at things like sexual dysfunction, and it's one of the things that you can claim. Why does it work? Because it's opening our vascular system, and especially for men, ED is caused by only three things. It could be blood circulation, the cardiovascular system, nervous system, or psychological. So we can certainly help on one part of that. That's for sure. We could really make a difference in terms of our cardiovascular system. And I think Fountain of Life has proven that for many men, and how it's impacted their prostate health, everything. And then we have another product in Divine. So I think
Yes.
as you start learning about the product and the power of it, I don't think this is a quick pitch in terms of you're gonna run through a thousand one things, but you can, if you understand one thing about Divine, I think is that it makes an impact on the cardiovascular system, that it will impact our immune system in a positive way. It will help our liver health. Glutathione is a detoxification type of antioxidant. And as we grow older, these are the things that we need to not just live, but to survive in a harsh world that we live in. And we can't fool ourselves. We all live in this harsh world, regardless of where we live in the world. Uh, and then we have something that is powerful as Fountain of Life that is going to reduce the oxidative stress that we face. So it is 1-2 in terms of punch. I think that people will start feeling a difference, especially if you have chronic issues. You're going to start seeing a difference. Um, but again, you have to commit to it. One thing that I do know, and that's with all drug therapies. What is the big problem with drug therapies is that people use it until they feel good and then they stop using it. So compliance is a real issue for our products, but they're not a drug. But at the same time, if you think about what it's going to do in the long run, those people that are going to use it on a daily basis and commit to it, they're going to have a better chance of reducing the chronic issues that may occur for people who, as they grow older, and who don't do that.
David, one of the things in the office, we have this joke, right? So we got the bottles of Divine in,
Yeah.
and it's so funny. We had last week we had this virus going around in the office, and it was the funniest thing because Sanaz would come. First of all, we recommend for you to take Divine with food. So take your Fountain of Life in the morning. Some people take it at night before they go to bed. You can take Fountain of Life on an empty stomach. You can take it with water. You can take it with juice. You can take it with yogurt. It's up to you. I would say, you know what? I would take it in the morning. But again, like take it morning or night, number one. Your Divine, I would say, when you're going out for your lunch or you're about to have lunch or dinner, take your Divine then on a full stomach to be able to enjoy. I personally do it during lunchtime. For those of you that are wondering how I've been taking it, I usually get up in the morning, I take a shower, brush my teeth, have my FOL, put on my lotion. By the way, when I take my FOL in the morning, I use my FOL, I use my drops, then I rub a little bit and I put it on my skin as a lotion. Ramin calls it his Botox, by the way. He actually dabs it around his eyes because it really, really helps him in that way as well. And he rubs the balance of it on his hair. He actually styles it with his hair. And then I also use Fountain of Life underneath my armpits. I actually don't wear any deodorant. I use Fountain of Life under my arms. And then the other thing as well, the difference that we're actually experiencing within the office, because the only sort of, I'm going to say, trials we've run is within the office with our staff, is that here's the difference that we're noticing with Fountain of Life. We are finding that majority of our staff, if they're having some sort of virus or cold, with Fountain of Life, you kind of, when you get that sore throat in your throat and you feel like there's all this like burning that's happening in your throat, if you take a good amount of FOL and you kind of let it sit in the back of your throat and then just slowly dissolve into your body, the Fountain of Life will take that I don't want to say throbbing, but that pain away, the inflammation that's in your throat away. When you take Divine, what's really interesting is that the drippy nose, the drippy eyes, the aching ears starts to dissipate as well. And again, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a scientist. David could tell you what those ingredients are doing for you. We covered it a little bit last week as well. But there's definitely a great difference between the Fountain of Life and as well as Fountain of Life. So do you want to add anything else that I kind of missed on that, David?
No, I think though that you know, they work together and there's some synergy between them, but they are mutually exclusive. So don't think one is replacing the other. I think they gotta understand that we still are devoid of all these, you know, when you start to take a look at what we're devoid of, you know, and again, you do make an interesting point because we do have vitamins in our product Divine that you have to combine that with food. There's no sense in taking a vitamin without food. So people should realize that if you're taking vitamins and not eating food, you're not doing your body any good. So you have to sort of combine it. So we do have vitamins in there and it has to combine and it will work. It will make it that much better, the experience that much better. Uh,
Absolutely.
I haven't tried it yet, so I'm curious as to see because you
Well,
know,
whenever you come by the office, maybe I'll give you some.
oh my gosh, that's a bribe.
Yes.
You understand? I live. Everyone who doesn't
David
understand,
has moved so far
I
away.
live far away now. Like
So now I
I
have
live
to bribe it.
hours. I live hours away from the
I
office.
actually haven't seen David since Christmas.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's not
And you
because
were supposed to come once a month, so I'm gonna
oh
bribe you.
no,
Hell yeah.
I wasn't trying. I'm not trying to avoid the office. It's just that I live so far away. You know, that's the truth, and I apologize to everyone if they're wondering what the heck's going on. I just can't make it there. It's just so hard to do so.
Yes, he's moved to Nora's neck of the woods.
Oh, and it's so, and if anyone understands Toronto traffic, oh my gosh, it's horrible. It's
Yes,
horrible.
it's
I
it's
have to take,
crazy.
to get there, I have to take three major highways. No, four major highways just to
Yes.
get to
Oh,
the
and
office
by the
from.
way, for those of you that don't know, our 401 has 18, it's an 18 lane highway. So we always
Ridiculous.
say if you can drive in our 18 lane highway and get around and don't kill yourself, you're a pretty good driver because it's pretty overwhelming. So when it comes to Divine, it's a great idea for you to take it with food. It will make it definitely a great experience in the digestion process as well. So that's the number one thing. And then the number two question that came up for me, Sanaz, what is your experience? When did you start to notice a change in your system with Divine? And what were your first changes? So I'm a big fan of logging. I don't know how many of you log your experiences. So the Fountain of Life brochure, if you guys remember, for a long time, I was giving you guys all a journal to fill in. Yes. And the reason we were giving you this journal to fill in is not for us as feedback. It's because you forget your aches and pains. So let me give you a perfect example of that. A lot of you will have different pains in your body. Maybe your hair is not growing. Maybe your skin is horrible. But you forget because when the product starts to work on you, then you forget all of the adversities that you had. We're human, right? We get to live and endure a lot of pain and challenges on a daily basis. So that's why it's so important to log everything. And I do log everything. So I think for me, when I started to the first time that I ever gave Divine a kick was when I had a little bit of a sniffly nose, and within the first 2 days, I started to see definitely results. But I find that I'm a lot more calm with Divine. I feel like I don't know whether my body is different. I don't know how to explain it to you. But what I can tell you is I have a lot more energy, more because Fountain of Life is its own antioxidant, which has done 1,001 things for my body. I find that Divine is doing more combined, but I'm also on the collagen. So I'm kind of like, bulletproof, if you want to call it. And knock on wood, don't jinx myself. And I'm around people all the time. We're in the middle of a move for you that you don't know. We're in the middle of packing and going to a new warehouse. And, we got all the different offices and we got daily operation and we got your orders and we got promotions and we got marketing and we got this and we got our calls. And how we make it all happen is just we make it happen. You got to have the right immune system. When you're healthy, you can be wealthy. When you're healthy, you can do everything. When you're healthy, you can basically get around. Health is wealth. right? So the number one opportunity is health. So that is that. So I hope that answers your question. And that way you can take it through. All right. So I have another question. What is the capsule made of? That was actually what I explained earlier on. Does anyone remember what I explained? I explained the Divine capsule is made from John Boswell. You got the first one. Brown rice. All right. So it is made from brown rice. And so we are going to be, I love it. I love it. I love it. Brown rice flour. Yes, yes, yes. So it is actually, we explained this at the beginning. We are going to actually now add that to our marketing material. Just so you guys all know, it is actually in the label, the label of the product is all there. So a lot of the stuff that you guys are all asking for is in the label. I know you guys don't have the brochures. How many of you have bought your new Safe Home Revolution book? Because if you bought your new Safe Home Revolution book, your Divine is actually in here. Let me show it to you. Your Divine is right in this brochure. So yes, you can definitely see all the information. Okay.
It's a beautiful booklet.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Maybe if you come to the office, I'll give you one.
They've done a fantastic job, everyone.
That's another bribe for you.
There you go. I'm easily bribed, by the way, these days. So
anyways, you got to have some fun with it, right? And this is going to be, by the way, a booklet that you can go drop off and then pick it up. It's going to be absolutely brilliant for all of you to use. And David, last question. Oh, by the way, yes. I also want to let you guys all know that the book is now an online virtual catalog. So if you have friends, family overseas, you want to use the digital version of it. Let me see if it's working. Let me see where it is. It's working. It's in your back office. You guys know that, right? It is right in your back office. You can share it on issue. It's part of our catalog list. David, for last question, Sterling, the body lotion. It doesn't say fragrance free. It is not fragrance free.
no, there's a fragrance in it.
There's essential oils in it. It's not chemicals.
Yeah, it's a little different. There are essential oils, but if you're sensitive to it, you might be sensitive to it. But I don't know off the top of my head exactly which ones would affect you. We can't get the list if you do require it, though.
Absolutely.
Just ask the office, and if you're curious about the fragrances, that is always possible. You have to go to the fragrance house, and the way this works, just so you understand, is that we'll select a fragrance that we all like for a product, and the fragrance house will develop it. But what is in that is will be listed upon request. So we'll get that if it's needed. So if anyone says, "Well, what's in this fragrance?" Because I'm allergic to certain parts of it, we can get that for you. Okay, it's not. But we have to go to the fragrance house to get it. Okay.
Absolutely. And okay, perfect. She says, thank you. Sanjay, to answer your question about our new status of the FOL US label, we are going to be launching quite a bit in April. So please stay tuned. We're days away for April, and then we'll keep you guys updated. So on April 1st, which will be our next Monday call, that's actually what we're going to be covering on our updated US label as well, that you guys will have access to. We are actually... we're on the right track. So it's coming. It's coming. It's on its way. And does Fountain of Life or Divine, are any of these products good for malaria?
Well, malaria is a parasitic infection caused by a mosquito. Usually, I think tropical climates, we don't see it here, obviously, in places like North America. But again, it does cause, from what I know, kidney and liver damage. But this is not a cure or treatment for it, unfortunately. You have to work with the doctor on that. But I would never imagine that malaria can be treated with an antioxidant or any of these type of products. You have to have something specific that's going to attack that. But from what I know about malaria, and I'm sure I'm not an expert on it, but I do understand that It is a parasitic infection. So again, this is not caused naturally by oxidative stress or anything like that. So there might be oxidative stress as a result of that, and it will help in that aspect. But we're not going to ever claim that it will treat a condition like malaria. In fact, we can never claim a treatment because it's not a drug. Divine and Fountain of Life are not drugs, so we never position it that way on purpose. And yet, the irony is that people turn around and say, "Well, I feel so much better. I look better. My condition improved." Yes, but it's due to the fact that we're providing the supplements to the body that the body requires, and it's simple as that. So we're not claiming ever that it cures anything. That's why.
Amazing. Thank you for that. And John has been kind enough to share with us the issue for everyone. It's in the chat box if you do want it. And by the way, not only do we have it in the Safe Home Evolution book, but the new Fountain of Life we shared a couple of weeks ago for all of you. Look, as you can see as a company, here's what I'm going to say to all of you in the closing. As you can see, as a company, we are committed to your success. Every single day, we're creating new tools, new systems, updated tools, better marketing, stronger data for all of you to become stronger entrepreneurs. Ask yourself, what are you adding to the table? Because this is like a jigsaw puzzle, right? We provide you the opportunity, we provide you the products, we provide you the comp plan. We. What do you need to do? Share, share, share. So we give you all the tools. You got to go scream, share, be loud. As you all know, right now we have some great campaigns that are going on. For example, I was sharing our website earlier on, and you all saw the website is so fully loaded with information. How many of you had not seen the information that was on the website? And if you had not seen it, the answer is why not? I mean, it's your business. You should be on your website. You should be in your back office at least 3 to 5 times a day. Why? Because it's your business. It's about updates. Like this morning, we were running a whole bunch of updates on our system. Why? Because we want to make our systems and our databases better. So I want all of you to be alive in your business, be loud in your business, share your business. There's a lot of people watching you, but you just need to be loud with that. So with that, David, I want to thank you for being on tonight. We shared a lot of great information. I look forward to sharing more information for next week as well. And of course, we have a big call coming up, April the 1st, which is next Monday. But then April the 5th, ladies and gentlemen, is our 19-year anniversary. Can you imagine? 19-year anniversary. And we're super excited. We're going to be having a special conference call. The poster is going to go out tomorrow, but I'll give you that sneak peek today so you know. And it's going to be on Friday, April the 5th. And it's going to be a fabulous call that we're going to have with our founder and CEO and to celebrate. And ladies and gentlemen, we are so excited as we today, you guys ready? As we today received the key to our new office. And I'm so excited for what we are about to create for each and every single one of you. I cannot wait for the grand opening to happen in the summer. I cannot wait for all of you to see your new Opulence castle. But I'm going to leave it up to our 19th year anniversary for all of you to be wowed and overwhelmed about what is coming. Here's what I will to say to each and every single one of you. Congratulations on being a part of the Opulence Nation. Congratulations for being a part of our journey. And let me tell you, my friends, our journey is just about to begin. Our journey is about to get loud. Our journey is about to get even prouder than we have been for the past 19 years. I've had the honor and pleasure of serving in this company since the company was 6 months old. I've seen many of you grow. I've seen many of you develop. But this is just the beginning of something absolutely incredible. So stay tuned with what's coming. There is a lot coming, and there is a lot of blessings coming your way. Get ready to make 2024 a heck of a year for each and every single one of you and your families. And with that, I want to say to the billion, David, thank you for being a part of our Safe Home Revolution journey. This has been such a phenomenal journey for me, and I cannot wait for the future. I'll wait for our super host from the Philippines to share the news. I know it's getting later there, but I hope you've enjoyed listening to all the excitement.
That would be all. Thank you again so much for being on this call, David and
Thank you.
SVP Sanaz. Thank you so much, and to the billion.